Hola Geminis, welcome to your love reading for November 2019. Keep in mind this is a general reading. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. Reads info and email are below. Just send me an email. We can make that happen. Let's get to it. Holy Spirit, angels, divine guides, universe, can you please provide your truth, your wisdom, your clarity, your insight for Geminis for love for November 2019? What do you see? What do they need to know to reach your higher ground, become closer to the universe and closer to the divine for their greater good? Any messages you have for Gemini for love 2019 would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. Gemini, love 2019. What are the energies they passed out of prior to November 2019? We have the Two of Cups. Okay, and keep in mind, I'm going to be leaving a Vimeo link below for what your love interest is thinking or feeling, whether it's a crush, a current, an ex, a soon-to-be ex, or the person in this reading. Alrighty, and my 2020 Sun Moon readings are going up. Check them out in my playlist. I'm doing those by request. And while you're waiting for your requests to be put up, check out my 2019 Sun Moon readings. They are still in my playlist, I was trying to say. And then the video cut out, and then I pulled more cards. Okay. I also want to mention I'm on the Instant Go app if you need an answer to a question. $4.98. I turn it in 24 hours. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Insta. Keep that in mind also. And I think that's it. Oh, like, share, subscribe. And then if you would like to donate, I left a donation link below. If you would like to throw a few pennies my way in appreciation of my efforts, every little bit helps. Last card I pulled was the Lover's card in reverse, but don't be worried about that, okay? Do not be worried about that because we're going to figure it out. Okay, so it looks great. Looks like we have a little love story going on here. It is a little bit of trouble in paradise here, but I haven't pulled clarifiers yet. So, we start off with the Two of Cups, lovey-dovey energy in the beginning of November. I mean, you have felt somebody that mirrors your soul, somebody that's very much like you. Look at what's going on here. You know, the energy between the two of you is charismatic. There's sparks. There's the chemistry, because they're doing little chemistry here, get it, is incredible between the two of you, okay? It's like, you know, when you put both your elements in, it just creates this boom, okay? Great balance. We have the yin and yang symbol up here. So I'm feeling like the two of you are very balanced. Meant to be. Twin flame stuff right there with the Two of Cups. Knight of Cups comes rolling in November. Okay. This is an offer, but the offer I'm kind of getting with this is, I mean, she's holding out the cup like, hey, what do you think if we, you know, it's almost like that. I almost feel like whoever this is holding back a little bit. They're kind of lining themselves up, like, just in case, like, I hear no. That's why they're making this presentation, like, hey, what do you think if we kind of do this? And almost like following it up with, and if you don't, it's okay too. They're trying to come at the other person with something that they want, but they're trying to come off a little bit casual. And I think in an attempt to guard their feelings or what have you. I also feel like with this card, it's almost like, hey, let's try this, but we can just try this for a little while. And if it doesn't work out, then, you know, it doesn't work out. So it could be, you know, living together. Or it could be living together, or, you know, it's something like that. Something that's under a trial sort of thing, whatever that might be. It wouldn't necessarily, it could be a promise ring even. You know what I mean? Like, the Knight of Cups is not known for commitment, so I could see it being all about promises, you know, the promise ring. Like, okay, here, I'll give you a promise ring. Let's just see how it works out for now, you know? So that's what I'm kind of getting there with that. Now, moving into November, this can go one of two ways. One of the ways I was getting, and I kind of have it split, so it could be, for some of you, it could be this, and for others of you, it could be this. So for some of you, it could be making a decision in regards to love. And it's sort of like, whatever you're going to decide in regards to this, there's going to be a little catch-22 that goes along with it, okay? So, for instance, you decide to move in with somebody, but you can't take your furniture with you and you have to sell it. Or you get a commitment from this person, but it's a promise ring. So you have to decide, yeah, I want the commitment. It's not really what I want. You know, it's something like that has, like I said, a catch-22 associated with it. Now, the other way this can go for some of you is this is trouble in paradise, okay? Things are starting to creep in. It can flat out be you're looking at the other person and saying, what was I thinking? Okay, but I'm not getting that so much as the decision aspect of this, all right? Again, We'll pull clarifiers and we'll see what's going on here. Why is this Two of Cups here in the upright? Who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages for this Two of Cups. Energies prior to November. Who is this person? Who is this person? What is this energy? Why are you showing me the Two of Cups in the upright? Okay, there's a real chemistry there, but there's questions on whether this has longevity to it. You know, because sometimes just because you have a chemistry with someone and things seem really fantastic, or they did prior to November, that doesn't mean it was meant to be. We have the Ace of Wands here, which usually isn't a card of something kind of, it has a great start to it, but then it doesn't have what it takes to kind of keep on going, okay? It's something that doesn't necessarily kind of get off of the ground. In the beginning, it seemed like, wow, it was fantastic, and then the flames kind of died down a little bit. Chariot card in reverse is the associated with Cancer, if that resonates. This is another aspect. You guys aren't on the same track in regards to goals and in regards to things that you want to accomplish. I feel like you guys aren't necessarily always on the same page. That connection is there, and it's dynamic, and sparks fly when you two as elements get together, and that, you know, that emotional aspect is there. But there's other aspects of it that I see that might be troublesome. We have the Devil card here reversed. So what I'm kind of getting from the Devil card in reverse is if someone's actually considering, you know, maybe this isn't the best thing for me. Maybe these things, these problems that we're having, or they were considering this, are not going to be surmountable. Maybe these are going to cause bigger problems somewhere down the road. Maybe this isn't the healthiest relationship that I could have. Maybe this is going to end up being a toxic relationship. So again, while that sparks there and everything's fantastic there, there's definitely underlying stuff here that could end up being problematic. So maybe this is why this person's being like, hey, I have this cup for you. Why don't you take a sip of it? See how it, you know, see how it tastes. Is it too sweet? Is it too bitter? You know, that kind of thing, without being like, you know, hey, let's run off and get married kind of thing. I'm not getting that from this Knight of Cups. This person, this woman's holding herself back a little bit. Why is this Knight of Cups here for Geminis for November for love 2019? Who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages. The Seven of Swords reverse. The King of Swords in the upright. That was weird. This card was flipping out. Hold on, I got it. All right, so I'm thinking that this person in November, they're holding back for some reason because there's something they feel like is going to be brought to light, or they aren't being shown all the cards that they need to be shown. This can be, thinking this is in their mind. Hey, this is in the whether it's you or the other person, it's in the person's mind that this person is holding back, or that something's going to get discovered. And I see the King of Swords here, and this person trying to discover the truth. They're trying to kind of get to the bottom of things. They're trying to be very wise about this. Could be the person who's being offered something, and they're kind of in their head going, I don't know. I've something about this feels very familiar. This is very similar to other relationships I've been in. This is a pattern that I seem to fall into a lot. And there's apprehension when this cup's being offered because they're not sure. And again, they're trying to see the truth. They're trying to make the wise choice here. They're trying to take their emotions out of this and look at this objectively. Should they take this person's cup? Okay, or it's the other person, like I said, holding back, being like, I don't have all the truth yet, but why don't we kind of try this out? That's really kind of the vibe that I'm kind of getting from this. Neither one of you are jumping in full force, I feel like. Okay, so we move to the Lover card as you move on from this reading, or you move out of November into December. You know, in this Lover card, we talked about decision or just having regrets, having connected with this person. And that's your card, by the way, the card of Gemini. I don't know if I mentioned that. Why is the Lover's card reversed? Who's this person? What's this energy? Additional messages for the Lover's card reversed for Geminis as they move out of November into December. Oh, okay. It is. Um, okay. Somebody doesn't want to commit. Somebody wants something non-traditional. Maybe they don't want to do the ring. That's the card of Taurus, by the way. We have the Three of Swords in reversed. Okay, someone doesn't want to do things. Okay, so I feel like somebody wants to take this to another level, but the other person doesn't want to. Okay, and maybe that's a decision. Maybe that's a decision that has the catch associated with it. Whatever the commitment is going to be that's being presented, somebody doesn't want to do it. And it's almost to the point of, why do we need to do it like this? Why does it have to be the traditional way? Why does there have to be commitment? Why are we trying to fix what isn't broken? And I feel like one person is pretty disappointed with that. They kind of thought this was going a certain way, that it was going to lead to something, and it doesn't end up leading to the path that they kind of wanted. And they're hurt from that. They're hurt. But they come back from it, because I see the Three of Swords here reversed, okay? And there could be apologies that come along with that Three of Swords in reverse, where that person is saying, I know this is what I'm sorry, I apologize for, leading you on, or thinking, but this is how it has to be. And I feel like there's a level of acceptance that goes along with that. And then, there's a decision. Okay, I really care about this person. This isn't going to be really what I want. I wanted something more traditional, but I do care about them. It did hurt at first, but it is something I can get over. I feel like this is a conversation you're sort of having with yourself. And I feel like with this Queen of Wands, it ends up being okay. Even though this isn't going where you necessarily want it to go, you have a connection with this person that you don't have with anybody else. And I feel like with this Queen of Wands, I'm almost getting, I'm going to make it work. Okay. And the Queen of Wands is a very confident person. The Queen of Wands doesn't have insecurity. She's not held down by these other things that hold other people down. She's very powerful. If there's a challenge in a relationship, or there's a challenge in general, she takes it on, and she does it gracefully and wonderfully. So this Queen of Wands is exuding confidence. And I almost feel like, despite the fact that this person doesn't want things necessarily the way the other person thought it was going, it ends up working out because of the confidence that this relationship has a connection that doesn't need a piece of paper, or doesn't need to have the ring, or doesn't need to have any of that. And maybe that's what the decision's going to kind of be. Am I gonna look for a relationship where there is a commitment involved and not have this kind of energy associated with it? Or am I going to stay with something that feels really good at this time and not demand that it has a label, or, it fits within any of the traditional boxes that we have in our society? So that's what I kind of have for you guys. So, I mean, the reading's a little bit bittersweet, but I think you guys will be able to work through it. If you're having a problem working through it, consider a personal reading. Just send me an email. We can go ahead and set that up. And then again, put up your request for the 2020 Sun Moon readings. Check out my 2019 Sun Moon readings. All that's in my playlist. Ask me a question on the Instant Go app. Check me out on Facebook. Check me out on Insta. Click on the Vimeo link below for what your love interest is thinking and feeling, crush, current, or ex, soon to be ex, for the person in this reading. And then if you could like, share, subscribe, drop a donation button is below. I would greatly appreciate that. Otherwise, adios from Veronica Garnett. Bye.